What's going on, everybody? It is me, Austin Ariel. I am the Kia King here, and we have a 2024 Kia EV9. This specifically is the Land long range model, and it is in this beautiful ivory silver matte paint. And today, I'm going to walk you guys through it. So let's get to it. Now, if you guys are new to my channel, thank you for clicking on this video. I do a lot of walkthroughs and informational videos on Kia, their product lineups, their features, etc. So if you like this content, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment of things you want to see on this channel. And even if you have specific questions about this vehicle or maybe other vehicles on the channel, and definitely think about subscribing because I do create a lot of content around Kia and the brand. If you've already been subscribed, then welcome back to my channel, and I hope you enjoyed this video as well. So without further ado, let's get to the EV9. So let's talk about why the EV9 exists, right? So Kia and Hyundai, they're sister companies, and they really want to help put out some electric vehicles that make sense for the modern family, right? And on their gas offerings, they have the Palisade, the Telluride for Kia, and then, you'll have plug-in hybrids and hybrids that they also make, right? The EV9 is their first fully electric vehicle to come from Kia. Long story short, this is an electric Telluride through and through. The design is really captivating, and let's just talk about the fact that they kept this almost identical to the concept, which is unheard of for any manufacturer in today's day and age. But overall, it's a very, very attractive design. It's futuristic, but it's not overstyled, which is great. You can see here the side profile is really nice. The wheels are going to be a love it or hate it for a lot of you guys, but I think it just goes with the design motif of this SUV. So overall, I mean, the design is fantastic. I really like it. I'm really, really curious to see what you guys think about the design. So let's start off with the front end. So let's talk about the front end of this EV9. Again, this is specifically the Land model, and the first thing I'm going to point out is the fact that if you get the ivory silver matte paint, you lose the pixelated digital lights integrated into the grille. So just make note of that. However, you still have a full LED headlight here. They are projector beams, and they got this jeweled effect, which I really like. Your full running light is also here, but this also doubles as your indicator, which is really, really nice. Front parking sensors, you've got your radar cruise control brake, and you can see these flaps that are open because this has active aero, which is really cool. You do have these silver accents along the bottom and integrated into the middle and top portion of the grille. And then, of course, well, let's back up. Is it really safe to say that this is a grille when it doesn't really have any openings and it's an EV? Jury's out on that one, but for the sake of normalcy with cars, this would be the grille. And then, of course, you do have the Kia emblem up there. And overall, it's a very minimalistic design, but a great design overall. And yes, you do have a frunk. We will go over that in a little bit. Oh, and let's not forget, you got your forward-facing camera. Can't forget that. All right, so let's talk about the wheel set on this EV9 Land model. So these are 20-inch wheels wrapped in Kumo. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Is that Krugen? Don't butcher me for that, but Krugen EV tires on here. It's a 275/50 R20 tire, and this design is very, very futuristic. They went with a more angular design, kind of polygon shapes, which is abundant with this car. I apologize for all the dirt. Again, it's pollen season here in Georgia, and we just got this off the truck. So I wanted to make a video on it as soon as I could. But overall, yeah, you got a really, really unique wheel shape here. This wheel shape is going to be for the Land models, and I believe the Wind models. The Light models, which is the entry-level model, and the GT line both get two other wheel sets. And then it's kind of hard to see, but your center cap is this diamond-shaped area here. You got a little pinhole, I guess, for them to reach in and pull the actual center cap off. But overall, a very interesting design, and I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about it. So let's talk about what's going on with the door situation and the mirrors. So mirrors are going to be paint matched here, LED indicators built in, and then of course you have your side camera built into the mirror housing, not only on this side, but on the passenger side. You do have these new pop-out door handles. So you've got this little indentation here, rest your finger on it, locks the car, closes it back up. But again, if you press on that, just ever so slightly, pulls out, and you can pull and get inside your EV9. Now, make note that you don't have that indentation on the back door, only the front driver's side and passenger side doors. So again, just press it, locks right on up. There's the key fob, tap on it again, unlocks, and you get inside your EV9. Now, talk about styling on the back of the EV9. So you do have this huge brake light that kind of goes vertically down the side of the vehicle. You have a little piece of it that goes into the tailgate here. Black trim onto the spoiler. The top is paint matched. Full LED back here. Your reverse lights are down here. If I hit unlock, you can see the indicators there. You do have a camera on top here by the spoiler. That is for your digital rear view mirror. And then of course your wiper blade is top mounted here. Kia emblem there, EV9 emblem down here. Nothing else is back here. So they do not brand the Land trim. So they don't give you any trim logo or anything of the sort there. Black trim here. You do have your reflector. You do have parking sensors in the back as well, and then silver garnishes towards the bottom. Now, this specific EV9 does have the tow package, so you can tow with the EV9. Now, I'm gonna put on the screen the towing capabilities. That way you guys get a visual. But with the tow package, you do get the leveling rear suspension, which is really, really nice. As you would expect, you do have a power liftgate with this vehicle. You can open it with the key fob or the button that's right here. Just press it, opens right on up, which is nice. And then just like every other Kia model, you've got infinite height adjustability, which is great. You got the close button here, the lock button here, so you can close the tailgate and lock all the doors. And then you can get into the rear area of your EV9. So let's talk about the interior, shall we? All right, so let's talk about the rear area of the EV9. It's going to be very, very similar to what you're going to see in our gas models like our Telluride and our Sorento. So first things first, over here you will have a button here. You can press and hold to actually close the lift gate. On the right hand side, you are going to have the buttons to let down the second and third row seats, which is great. You are going to have a power outlet here that you can just slide to close and open. And then with the rear seats, all you have to do is literally pull this tab and they fold down like so. There is not the power third row on this model. And then I'm going to move those guys. This is a severe weather roadside assistance kit. This is the bag that you'll get with the EV9. You actually undo it, and this is going to be your 110 charger, trickle charger, level 1. And it is Velcroed on the back. So for those who want the visual, this is what the little bag looks like. You do have the Velcro back there. This is going to be more so your hitch and such for the actual tow package. They actually include that. And then, of course, you do have a tiny bit of space underneath here. On the left-hand side, you got your tire inflation kit. So there's not going to be much in terms of space underneath here, especially with this being an EV and the batteries take up some of that space. But have no fear, you've got plenty of space back here, especially with the third row down. All right, let's talk about the interior. So as far as space, like it goes, I'm 5'9". I've got tons of space back here. I mean, the front seat is where I would sit typically. I've got tons of leg room, mat pocket right here. I mean, I can slide the seat forward and backwards if I want to. I could actually pull this and recline pretty far back, which is nice. I mean, these seats are just ridiculously comfortable. I mean, it's really nice. And the fact that you can get an optional relaxation seating package on this car, so you can actually recline the second row seats and just, oh man, I'm just over the moon. So very, very comfortable. I've got tons of space. I mean, you'll be good if you're sitting back here. A full-size adult can obviously sit back here. The third row, an adult can sit back there as well. It'll be a little bit tighter. Definitely more so for kids, but yeah. And I mean, these seats, they're heated, they're ventilated on this model as well. Because again, the Land model is kind of the luxury trim for the EV9, and they outdid it with this one. It's very, very nice. But let me show you a little bit more in terms of close-ups on this. So you can see the inside here. It's really, really nice. I mean, the seats are this beautiful brown black combination interior, synthetic leather, but it works perfectly fine for this vehicle. And the market that is trying to project to. If you are curious about those buttons, those are chauffeur buttons. So if you're sitting in the back, you can press it forward and backwards. You can do all kinds of crazy things with it, which is nice. USB-C ports built into the seat back there. And then if you're looking down here, you actually have this area that you can pull out. And then this will actually pull separately. Trying to do it with one hand. It's not the easiest. There we go. So you can see you've got this huge storage cubby. You can slide it right on in. Boom, easy peasy. I know I struggled with that because I was using only one hand, but it is what it is. And you can see it's actually lit too, which is nice. The back of the seats, or back of the front seats at least, have this denim material, which is nice. And then you can see here on the door card, so you've got sunshades there. Like I said, the second row seats are heated and ventilated. And then of course your normal window switch gear. This is all kind of a metal trim there. Meridian audio system with those beautiful speakers. Love, love, love it. And then if you notice here, you do have this button here, so you can press it. And it's just like the Telluride and Sorento, where you can easily get into the third row, which of course is still folded down from what we just did. If you're looking upwards, you do have a second sunroof here. Your AC controls for the second and third row occupants are going to be right up there in the ceiling, which is nice. They gave it a more digitized look. The car is off, so naturally that's not going to show anything. And I have that closed, but I'll show you that in a second with this open. All right, so getting into the EV9, if you want to start it, the start stop is actually there on the stalk. So foot on the brake. I'm going to try to do this while holding the camera and gimbal. Press that. Everything starts up. Pollen's already getting onto the screens, which is nuts. You do have these buttons in the center stack. These are all haptic feedback, so you can press it and it physically gives you feedback there, which is really nice. Temperature controls there. You do have this center stack there. Let that auto focus. But yeah, you can see USB ports galore. You can push that button just like you can in the Sorento. So you can switch between data transfer and just charging alone. And you can actually push that one open to reveal your 12-volt charging outlet. Like promised up here, you do have your digital mirror. So that's where that other camera actually came from. So there you can see it's a digital output. If you want to, just flick it back and boom, it's a manual mirror. You still have home link and it's still auto dimming if you're not using the actual camera readout. Now let's go through some of the other areas of the front seating. All right, so down here you can see there's a little reflection, but you got your auto hold, downhill brake assist, your parking camera button, and then your parking sensors. You do have a fingerprint there, so you can actually load some of your settings, and then this is going to be your wireless charging pad, and then a small little storage cubby there. Now you can see the front seats are just gorgeous. I mean, absolutely beautiful. You got mesh headrest, which is nice. You've got this interesting stitch pattern, but the front seats are very, very comfortable. They are both heated and ventilated. Show you the driver's seat here. Just very, very pretty. And I love the fact that they gave this such a beautiful interior color. I mean, it's very luxurious. One thing to make note of is this specific model, the Land, you do have this thigh extender here. So you can go into more of a relaxation mode here. Look at that. You've got this relaxation mode for the front seat, which is really, really cool. Naturally, you don't want to do this while driving, but if you're charging, then it can make for a very nice area to sit in while you're waiting. Something new for a Kia SUV is a power tilt steering column. So that is going to be within your memory seats. Over here on the left-hand side, you can see you do have your charge port opener, parking brakes here, and then of course your frunk, and then your tailgate opener, and then of course there's going to be your traction control, which I don't suspect anybody's going to turn off in this vehicle. Over here, you do have your heated and cooled seat buttons. You've got your memory seating here, 1 and 2 slots. This car does have Meridian audio, which is fantastic. For those who are not in the know with Meridian, that is widely used by Range Rover. Then you can see down here all of your power switch gear for your windows And of course, your safety button for your child locks is right there. And the door card as a whole, let's take a look there. Really, really pretty with this brown black interior. Just a phenomenal color combination. And then look at the dash here. You do have this wood grain that goes all the way across. Just a very, very pretty layout. And the fact that they integrated those buttons with it, mind-boggling. Just really, really mind-boggling. But yeah, take a look at the interior as a whole. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Gorgeous. Let's open up that second sunroof for you guys. So to do that, you just look up on the roof here, and then you're going to see this button right here, and you just want to press that. I know it didn't focus too well, but yeah, and then it opens up the sunshade for that second sunroof. And no, the glass does not open. It is stationary for safety reasons. For those people who want to know about additional storage, you can see this is more of a floating center stack. So if you actually look, oh, hit the steering wheel there. If you look down there, you've got a whole bunch of storage space down there that you can actually utilize if you need more storage. So they didn't forget about you moms with the giant purses and such, because I know that'll be a very important question, but you have tons of well-utilized space in this vehicle. Now, Kia does have a full safety suite on the EV9. So you've got everything from lane departure warning, lane keeping assist, lane following assist, adaptive cruise control with stop and go function. You've got your blind spot detection, blind spot collision avoidance, blind spot view monitor. You've got adaptive cruise control. If I didn't say that already, if I did, I'm sorry. Let's see. You've got parking sensors, not only in the front and rear, but you have them on the side as well, which is really, really cool. And in addition to that, you do have things like safe exit assist. So that way you don't open the door while you're parked and get hit by another car. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Kia knows that this is a family vehicle and that it has to be at the top of the charts when it comes to safety. All right, so now let's talk about the front trunk space, or the frunk. It's not too large. It's good enough for, you know, a small bag. You can keep a level 1 charger in here if you wanted to, just for the sake of convenience. But overall, it's nifty. Maybe you can tailgate, throw some drinks with some ice in there. You know, it's not going to be a replacement for the rear trunk, let's put it that way, but it's still very, very usable. And then you can see on the left-hand side, that is your emergency release. So if someone, for some odd reason, gets stuck in the EV9's front trunk, you can get out. Now, even though this is going to be a heavier EV, this is still no slouch. So this does have a 99.8 kilowatt battery that can give you an estimated 280 miles of range on this one. Independent tests have gone right over 300, which is actually pretty decent. As far as power, this has 379 horsepower and 443 foot-pounds of torque. So definitely no slouch. And like any electric vehicle, that torque is instant. So you know that you can get up and out of the way when you need to. Now, MSRP on this specific EV9 is $74,665. Now, for an electric vehicle, I mean, it's a decently high price, but you do have a lot of incentives out there from the manufacturer and maybe from your local jurisdiction. And then don't forget that the offset of maintenance can also help with affordability of these vehicles. So yeah, without further ado, that's the 2024 Kia EV9 Land model. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. It would definitely help support me and my goals of giving you guys real-time information on Kia models. If you did like this video and you're not subscribed, then definitely please subscribe. I would definitely appreciate the support. And if you're already subscribed, then I appreciate your support already. And on to the next video. I hope you guys stick around and see, because I'm making pretty much every video I can on every Kia model and spec there can be. So in saying that, Kia King out.